What have you guys found to be most successful in terms of, your marketing efforts? Obviously, it's a, business that's unique to itself in terms of it is relatively self-serve. You've obviously have some kind of, sales function with enterprise stuff on the back, which, we're a customer of. But as far as kind of the spectrum of marketing activities, what stands out to you as being some of the most successful?
You sort of alluded to it, but where I guess a little bit more complex than most other companies that I have worked at, in the sense that, yes, we kind of sell software products on the back end to software companies, but really like what they're buying essentially is access to the millions of buyers that are coming to our site every week. For me, I've used sort of my team split across those two sides of that double-sided marketplace. So how do I get millions and millions of more buyers to our site every week? And then how do I then monetize those buyers through software companies that want to be connected with them? So it's kind of unique. It's not just selling the software. It's like you also need to drive demand for those software providers. So that's made it actually really fulfilling, because I feel like on the front end, the user side, people
Mm-hmm.
looking for software, I can lean into much more B2C style marketing. So through content, digital campaigns, affiliates and all of that. And on the other side of the marketplace is more of that traditional B2B SaaS marketing playbook, which involves field marketing, product marketing, sales enablement, lead gen, ebooks, and all that fun stuff. So to be honest, I think for me, what I'm most proud of though in the 2 years is really what we've done in terms of building up the team. So, I think when I joined 2 years ago, gosh, the team must have been at about maybe 5 or 6 marketers. And then fast forward to today, the team is 67 people strong
Wow.
in marketing alone.
Wow.
And again, that marketing team is a little bit bigger than most marketing teams for companies of our size. And that's just because of the fact that there's so many different components of our site that, a traditional B2B marketer wouldn't have. So, I mentioned obviously the B2B side, and there's a B2C side in terms of getting buyers there. But the other piece that I didn't mention, which is also built into the marketing team, is all of those buyers that are coming to the site. Like, what are they looking for? They're looking for recommendations for software, which is all based off of the reviews. So there's the review generation side of the house too, in terms of, how do we get people that are using software to leave reviews on G2,
Mm.
telling us and helping us then use that data to help inform their peers. It's pretty multifaceted and it's pretty complex. It's definitely been the most challenging role I've ever done, but it's also been the most fulfilling just because it does have so many aspects to it.
Where does search play in for you guys, and how do you see the future of
Yeah,
that?
I mean, organic search is still, the biggest traffic source to our site. So it's hugely important to us. We do very little, if any, social paid search in broad schemes. We might do a little bit of targeted stuff in the sense of targeting software. So people like yourself, so that there could be future customers of G2 as opposed to users
Mm-hmm.
of our site.
Mm-hmm.
But we almost exclusively don't do any paid activities to drive users to the site per se. And fortunately, right through building a really big organic content program over the last 2 years, we've been able to, I want to say like 12x traffic. So when I joined, I think we were at about 600,000 monthly organic visitors, and now we're at about, God, I want to say 5 million organic monthly visitors. So pretty crazy growth. So that's still working really well for us. But no, I mean, definitely you're right. I mean, Google organic is starting to become more and more cannibalized, as well as, just snippets and the SERP zero becoming more encompassing, which is eating traffic of all websites really, because,
Yeah.
Google can make it easy for folks to quickly learn what they needed from your content without actually ever having to leave Google, which obviously then hurts people that are creating content elsewhere. But it's a little bit of like an inevitable thing. So I don't know, we're not seeing any massive implications just yet. And at the end of the day, right, what we find works the best for us is, we create really high quality content. Our site's totally legit, unlike a lot of our competitors that are very pay to play and use, ads to drive their traffic. As well as kind of like a lot of companies out there that compete with us will do pretty dodgy sort of like black hat
Mm-hmm.
SEO link building. And so whenever there's a Google algorithm, we're really fortunate. We always seem to, move up in rankings, whereas our competitors will drop and lose, a huge majority of traffic overnight because, Google caught on to something that they were doing that was shady. So I feel good about us in the long run, but I think, it's never a bad situation to build more and more diversified channels. And, we've seen over the last 2 years, as we've grown our organic traffic, the percentage of traffic coming from direct has increased as well.
Yeah.
Because naturally, folks find us for organic, they get a lot of value out of our site. Maybe they log in and create an account, and then they come back to us through email or through social or through direct traffic because they remember us. And so I think ultimately, right, like the best way to build, more and more moats around your business is to have a really diversified set of channels that, that you lean on as opposed to just one.
Hey, this is Jason behind the scenes running the mixer board. Just want to say thanks for listening and catch a new Everyone Social Bitecast every week from everyonesocial.com/blog.